Hello, today I'm going to read to you Oh Say Can You Say by Dr. Seuss. Oh my brothers, oh my sisters, these are terrible tongue twisters. Are you ready? Said a book-reading parrot named Hooey. The words in this book are all phooey. When you say them, your lips will make slips and backflips, and your tongue may end up in St. Louis. And here's the first story. Fresh, fresher, freshest. Do you like fresh fish? It's just fine at Finny's Diner. Finny also has some fresher fish that's fresher and much finer. But his best fish is his freshest fish. And Finny says with pride, "The finest fish at Finny's is my freshest fish, French fried." So, don't order the fresh or the fresher fish. At Finny's, if you're wise, you'll say, "Fetch me the finest French fried freshest fish that Finny fries." This one is called Din's Shin. We have a dinosaur named Din. Din's thin. Din doesn't have much skin. And the bones fall out of his left front shin. Then we have to call in Pinner Blin, who comes with his handy shin pin bin, and with the thin Blin shin bone pin, Bin pins Din's shin bones right back in. That was a tricky one. Are you having trouble in saying this stuff? It's really quite easy for me. I just look in my mirror and see what I say, and then I just say what I see. Let's hear more about Blin. Well, when Blin comes home, tired from his work pinning shins, the happiest hour of old Blin's day begins. Mr. Blin is the father of musical twins, who, tucking twin instruments under twin chins, lull their daddy to sleep with twin Blin violins. And, oh say can you say, far away in Berlin, a musical urchin named Gretchen von Schwinn has a blue-footed, true-footed, trick-fingered, slick-fingered, six-fingered, six-stringed tin Schwinn mandolin. And if your tongue is getting queasy, don't give up. The next one's easy. Now let's talk about money. You should leave your grocs home when you travel by air. If you take them along, they charge double the fare. And your grocs must be packed and locked up in a grocs box, which costs much, much more than a little old fox box. So it's heaps a lot cheaper to fly with your foxes than waste all that money on boxes for groxes. And what do you think costs more? A simple thimble or a single shingle? A simple thimble could cost less than a single shingle would, I guess. So I think that the single shingle should cost more than the simple thimble would. Let's read Eat at Skipper Zips. But I'll let you look at the picture first because there's a lot there. If you like to eat potato chips and chew pork chops on clipper ships, I suggest that you chew a few chips and a chop at Skipper Zip's Clipper Ship Chip Chop Shop. The Fud Muddlers. Woo. There are so many things that you really should know, and that's why I'm bothering telling you so. You should know the first names of the Fudnuddler brothers, who like to pile each on the heads of the others. If you start at the top, there are Bipper and Bud, and Skipper and Jipper and Geoffrey and Judd, Horatio, Horace, and Hendrix and Hud, and then come Dinwoody and Dinty and Dud, also Fitzsimmon and Frederick and Fudd, and Slinky and Stinky and Stewart and Stud, and down at the bottom is poor little Lud. But if Lud ever sneezes, his name will be Mud. And now one for the holidays. Merry Christmas Mush. One year we had a Christmas brunch with Merry Christmas mush to munch, but I don't think you'd care for such. We didn't like to munch mush much. And speaking of Christmas and birthdays, here are some great gifts to give to your daddy. If your daddy's name is Jim, and if Jim swims, and if Jim is slim, the perfect Christmas gift for him is a set of Slim Jim swim fins. But if your daddy's name is Dwight, and he likes to look at birds at night, the gift for Dwight that might be right is a bright Dwight bird flight night sight light. And that's almost enough of such stuff for one day. One more and you're finished. Oh, say, can you say? The storm stops when the drops start dropping. When the drops stop dropping, then the storm starts stopping. And that's the end of our book, boys and girls. I hope you had fun.